There's a lot going on this week in NBA 2K TV. We simulate the NBA All-Star Game in NBA 2K16.
Welcome, everyone. This is All-Star Action, folks. Kevin Harlan happy to be here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now it's time for the Foot Locker three-point contest. The long-range assassins of the NBA have come together to show off their skills from beyond the arc.
There's a lot of tremendous three-point talent in the NBA, and no better place to see that skill showcased than right here, right now.
Well, Clark, maybe I'm a little bit biased, but the three-point contest is something I look forward to all season long.
So here's Miles now. 5 racks, 30 is a perfect score. Remember that the last ball on each rack, the money ball, is worth 2.
And money balls are key. Got to get in that groove early here to knock those money balls down.
Yeah, no question, Clark. You really want to dial it in on that first rack if you can.
You know, this is really a very unique experience for the participants. You're on your own out there. Nobody can help you. And every eye in the arena is focused on you.
You're right, Clark. It's totally different from a regular game. You're the only person out there. You're firing shots left and right. It's different, and you have to adapt to that different experience and make it your own if you're going to win.
Now is 6. That's 7. Money ball, no good. Now 8 points. 9 points. Down to the final rack. That gives him 12. That's 13. And 13 is the final score. Well, a very respectable performance from him there, guys.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
A lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he'd be a 3 or a 4. It doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range.
6 misses in a row. He can't get it going. Now with 4. He's got 5.
KD stepping up and knocking them all down.
Nearly perfect there. Just 1 miss on the rack. He's got 9. Drains the money ball. 12 for him.
And Durant really starting to light it up now, guys.
He finishes with 14 points on the board. He turned in a pretty good round right there, don't you think?
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
Just over 2 seconds a shot is all you've got if you're going to use all 25 balls. So there's no time to take a deep breath and gather yourself after a miss.
Yeah, that's right, Clark, and that's why it's so easy to get out of whack and start firing away and shooting too quickly, not really focusing on the rim. And if you do that, then you're at risk of really losing all momentum and falling out of the competition. And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
He's 0 for 3 on money balls. That could cost him. 9 points. He's got 10. And that's his 4th straight. Coolly knocks down his 5th straight.
Matches the best score right there.
That shot puts him in first. That's 16. He tallies 18 points. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Yeah, that streak in there, what did he make, 6 in a row, I think? He was really feeling it, and that speaks to his confidence in this event.
And so we'll see Tyus Jones, and he needs at least 13 here to avoid elimination. A good chance for him here. That score is beatable. That's 2. Can't get the money ball. Now 3 points. Now with 4.
He needs 8 points more to stay in contention.
That's 7.
Six more points to stick around.
He's got 8. Five more points to stay in it. 9 points. He's got 10.
He needs 3 more points.
11 points. He scores 13 points in the round. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
So it'll be Brad Beal here.
You know, he's got to get at least 13 here. That seems doable to me.
Well, his first couple of racks are important, Kevin. If he can get going early, then I think he'll feel very confident going into the latter racks.
Now with 4. He needs 8 points more.
The young fella, Brad Beal, taking charge here.
5 points more to stay in it.
9 points. Money ball, no good. 3 more points to stay in contention. 11 on the board. That gives him 12.
And now he's tied for third here.
He comes away with 4 points on that rack. Tied for second. Now in second. A total of 17 points that he'll take away from that round. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Kevin, I think he'd be real pleased with that score. I mean, it can always be a little bit higher, but that was plenty good.
Yeah, I agree, Clark. He's probably happy with it, not ecstatic, but, you know, he did his job and put up a pretty good number.
And here we go with Freak, wrapping up the qualifying round. He knows there's nobody coming after him. He knows the score to beat.
Fellas, 25 shots in 60 seconds, that's a lot. One of the hard things, I'm sure, is staying focused all the way through that 25th shot.
Yeah, and in your head, Clark, you start counting the seconds and you think, oh man, I'm not going to finish the round, and then you start rushing things. So it really is a balance between being quick but also being focused and allowing yourself to take the shot.
4 more points to stay alive.
He's got 12. That's 13. He's made all but one of his money balls. That's his 5th consecutive make.
And that'll get him into a second-place tie.
It's all tied. His score sits at 18 points for the round. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Yep, he did exactly what he needed to. If he had a target number in mind, I think he passed it.
I would think so. Man, I'm sure he's more than happy with that score.
Thompson's got the top score in the qualifying round.
Well, one thing I think we can say is that this contest is there for the taking. It's wide open. There's no clear-cut favorite in the finals here.
Yeah, it sure looks that way after what we saw in the qualifying round. These guys are very evenly matched.
So it'll be Brad Beal here. He's got to improve on his score from the last round if he wants to have a shot to win it.
You know, the importance of getting into a rhythm early can't be understated. I mean, it's not a make one, miss one kind of deal. You need to get on a roll.
Yeah, that's correct, Clark. I mean, there's going to be ebbs and flows during the contest, but I think the winner will always string together at least one run where he makes 5 or 6 in a row, preferably with a couple of money balls involved there as well.
Money ball, no good. He's got 8. 9 points. Up to 10 now. 1 rack left. Good for 13. He's at 14. He posts a score of 14. I'd say a solid showing from him.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, you know, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
Well, Klay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but you know, more a post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player, he's got that beautiful shooting touch.
And the score to beat, 14. We'll see if he can take the lead here.
A respectable start here.
7 more points and he'll tie it.
He's got 8.
4 points more to tie it up.
Now with 11. 3 points more to tie it. Can't get the money ball.
3 more points will tie it.
He's got 12. That's 13. And 13 is the final score. And here we go with Freak. He knows how many points it's going to take to be crowned the champion. Let's see if he can get it done.
We're down to the last hurrah. Let's see what kind of fireworks we go out with this year.
Yep, it's the moment of truth, guys. And listen to this place. This is what makes this contest so great.
Yeah. 8 more points and he'll tie things up.
Eight more points for the win. 8 points.
Yep, now he's got it.
And that's his 4th straight.
2 more to tie it up.
On the money. Yep, he's starting to get it going. 3 good racks in a row, shooting the ball well.
Make it 17. Now up to 18. Down to the final rack. 19 the score. And it's 20. A fine score of 22 points for the round. His stroke looked terrific in that round, guys.
Yeah, it was a terrific start. He was feeling it from the get-go.
And as we close out the Foot Locker three-point contest, we can safely say that one man shooting tonight was absolutely remarkable. This year's champion, the Professor.
What a commando performance by our champion. Once he got rolling, the only question was, who's getting second?
Yeah, to paraphrase Larry Bird way back, who's going to get second? That's exactly right. And I'll tell you what, Clark, he deserves all the credit in the world to come out on top against a field like that. That's sensational.
And from all of us here at 2K Sports, we're thrilled to have brought you this year's three-point contest. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, saying so long and thanks for watching.